thanks for joining me to view this short video on how to avoid plagiarism for this class. Plagiarism. I know this is a complicated subject for many students. Many students have anxiety when it comes to writing assignments. And in the moment, it can seem easier to search the internet for an essay that someone else wrote than to contend with the difficult emotions that come with writing your own essay. However, I'm asking you to give my method of writing your essays for this class a chance. Listen and see what you think. And feel free to reach out to me for support. I'm here to help. All right, what am I looking for in an essay for this class? It's apparent from your essay answers that many of you are cutting and pasting material from papers that you find on the web and are not using quotation marks to indicate that someone else wrote these sentences. And you are not citing these sources in your works cited list. Some of you are using quotations, but you're not citing the works in your works cited list. Either way, this amounts to plagiarism. Moving forward, this will unfortunately result in a grade of 0 for your papers. If Turnitin lists sources that you have not listed in your works cited list, you will receive a grade of 0 on your essay. What am I looking for? All right, so this is what the essay prompt says. Your essay should address all parts of the question, 300 words minimum, up to 500 words for a more thorough answer, and 750 word max, please. So right off the bat, you can tell that this is a short essay. This is a short essay, and you don't need to worry about crafting the most perfect answer. When I've spoken to some students in this class, they said, well, I'm so worried I have to have an introductory paragraph and a thesis statement and, a conclusion. You really don't. What I'm looking for is that you have read the textbook, viewed the video resources, and are writing an essay that gives me evidence that you've done that. Also, obviously, answering the questions that I answer in the prompt. All right, so here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for your ability to read the textbook and watch these 2 videos, and you choose from the links on the assignment, and summarize the information you get from these sources into a short essay. I wish I could call it something else besides an essay because that's such a loaded word, but it's just a short written statement. The essay should answer the questions I ask in the essay prompt. I'm looking for evidence that you read your textbook and watched the 2 videos and used this information to write your essay. I am not looking for your ability to search the internet for an essay that someone else wrote. This class is only useful to you if you read the material and think about it on your own. Reading about and thinking about other artists' practices and ways of making artwork is what will be useful to you as an artist and maker. This is what will inspire you as an artist and maker. All right, so what research sources should I use for my essay? In an effort to help you avoid plagiarism when completing your essays in this class, I provide several outside sources linked in each essay prompt. My expectation is that you will use these research sources along with your textbook and my PDF or recorded lectures if you want to complete your essay. But the main thing is textbook, 2 resources. So read the resources, summarize the material in your own words, and then write your essay while referring to your notes. All right, so here's my suggested essay writing strategies. First, I'm usually going to give you a list of artists. You want to select the artists you're most interested in. So I would look at their paintings. Just if you have the textbook, open it up on your computer, open the hard copy book, or just page through the PDF lecture. And pick the 2 artists that you're most interested in. That's the main thing. Pick something you're interested in. Read the essay question. Then select one of the video or text resources to watch about each artist you selected. My personal way of doing this is open a Google Docs document or a Word document and go back to the essay prompt on Canvas, cut and paste the questions from the essay into the document. So they're right there. You know exactly what you're looking for. So open the Google Docs, and then as you're read the textbook, actually start typing up the summary. So read, all you have to do is find in the textbook the little paragraph or two about the artist that you're going to write about. Read it, and as you read it, think about what it's saying and put that into your own words. And so just type that up as you're reading. So, watch the video. Type up your summary of the video. I watch the video, I pause the video, and then I type up my notes, and then I maybe rewind it and see if that's what they really said. Yep. Then I move on. Just pause the video, type up what you heard. I like to turn on the video captions so that I'm both hearing the material and reading it at the same time. That's just, I find it easier to read and hear the content at the same time. That may or may not work for you. Take notes while you're watching the video or reading the textbook. And this helps prevent plagiarism because you're putting the author's thoughts and words into your own words. People have said to me, well, if I'm typing up what I think the textbook says, isn't that plagiarism? It is not plagiarism in this case because you are going to cite this material at the bottom with a little citation. And the citation indicates that that is where you got the material. So it is not plagiarism to summarize the author's thoughts and words and then let the reader know, hey, this is where I got this information. It is plagiarism to cut and paste words that someone else wrote from an essay you found on the internet. This prevents you from copying and pasting the material into your essay since you're rewriting the material in your own words, right? So you're taking what the author of the textbook said, you're reading it, and you're summarizing that in your own words. This is one of the best ways to learn the material, you guys. This is the way that it's going to help the material stick in your head, is if you're forced to think about it and then actually type out what you think it means. So this is not just me being arbitrary. This is really a learning strategy. All right, so read the essay, then you want to go back, you want to read the essay questions again at the top, and then cut and paste your notes under the question that it answers, right? So you're going to take all your notes, cut them up, paste them back into the essay question, and this will help you organize your notes into paragraphs. You may have to do a little bit of rewriting, but that's okay. And then at the end, you can just delete the essay questions, and you'll be left with several short paragraphs, which are made up of your notes, that answer all the essay questions. Boom, you're done. You're not worrying about an introduction, you're not worrying about a conclusion, you're just processing the information, summarizing it, and then answering the questions. All right, then you want to create a works cited list at the bottom of your essay. Create your works cited list at the bottom of your essay by including the citations from all the sources you viewed or read. For most of the sources that I link to, I give you a citation. If I don't, I show you how to make it. And you're going to lose 2 points off your essay if you don't include a works cited list. So this automatically means you can't get an A or a B on the essay. So just include it. Only certain types of other sources should be used to write this essay, and I'll show you those in just a minute. And you need to include a citation for every source you used to write your essay. So clearly, if you're copying and pasting information from an essay that someone else wrote and you don't include that, frankly, even if you do include it, because that's not going to be a source that I'm approving, but that is the definition of plagiarism. If Turnitin detects any other sources which are not listed on your works cited list, you're going to receive a grade of 0. I've let you guys slide a little bit, but in the future I'm not going to, so just be aware. If you directly copy or copy and paste sentences from sources without using quotation marks, you'll also receive a grade of 0. All right, so if you want to include additional outside sources in your essay, that's great. Please refer only to reputable art sources. So for our class, I'm being very specific about what you can include. You can include information that you got from a recognized major museum website. That's fine. Any Smart History or Khan Academy resources are fine. The art story is fine. And you can also use the Heilbronn timeline of art history, and that's from the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Any source that you find on a CSUN art database. So if you're willing to go and do research on an art database, that's fantastic, and that will definitely improve your essay grade. And as long as you include a citation, then that's fantastic. All right, so if you summarize material from these outside reputable art sources, use an in-text citation to attribute your source, and please limit your direct quotations. Several of you have been copying, multiple sentence passages from outside sources. Please summarize those instead of using direct quotations. Or if you can use 2 to 3 sentence fragments max from other sources per essay, as long as you use quotation marks and an in-text citation. And again, you want to put any directly quoted material, you want to put quotations around it, and then just put a little parenthesis with the name of the author. And you can create an MLA 9th edition citation for your source. However, Smart History usually lists the citations right at the bottom of the page. And if you're using anything from the CSUN art database, there's going to be a citation generator in that source. So just use that and copy and paste that. You guys, I know this sounds like a lot of work, but once you get used to doing this, it's really very quick. And it covers you so that you're not going to get dinged for plagiarism. All right, so if you use all of the sources that I provide, then all you need to do is compile a works cited list at the end of your essay listing all the sources. You want to include the textbook and the web sources that are linked to the assignment prompt. Look, right here is the citation for our textbook. All you have to do is cut and paste this. This is included in every essay prompt. Cut and paste this into your works cited list. Cut and paste the citation from the Smart History source, and just put those at the bottom. It doesn't have to be fancy. You just paste them at the bottom of your essay. All right, so what research sources? I just want to remind you, most Smart History resources have a citation. It says something like, cite this as, and then you just copy what it says after that. Just copy and paste it into your works cited list. If you're having trouble with the citation format, there's a whole module on Canvas that is from the library orientation that we had for this class, or just ask me. I'll help you. Essays turned in without a works cited list will lose 2 points. And so I hope this helps. Please reach out to me if you have any questions about how to write your essay, or what sources to use, or to ask me anything that will help you to be successful in this class. And I look forward to reading your next essay. Thanks a lot.